Good morning. Coming at you this morning with some of the display tactics that we use or I use around here. And these display tactics are so important to me because in a business that I have been doing so long and being what I call, I guess, somewhat confined, and I confine myself to the car lot here. I'm here most of the time while the other guys are out. They're buying and selling cars. They're younger men. They enjoy themselves at the auction. And speaking of that, today, this video is about how to stay motivated. And one of the things that I'm so thankful for about my dealer's license and our operation here is the guys are headed to the auction today, and we've got about 10 or 11 cars that Mannheim picked up yesterday, and that's going through the auction. So it's good for them to be around activity. Auction activity. Shane went over there yesterday doing some inspections for some prospects that he's got on the retail end. So he was doing that. And they're over there, like I said this morning, with 10 or 11 cars that he'll be representing. So I'm thankful for our license at this time because it's so much more than just selling cars. I don't care what business you're in, especially if you're retailing, you're going to have your ups and downs. And so one of the things that I do, our lot is about, we have a few thousand vehicles a day. I don't know exactly the traffic count, but it's a pretty busy rural road in Tennessee that our lot is located on. And I deliberately wanted a lot that was not within the city limits. I wanted to be out of city codes, and I don't really care for a lot of lunch, what I call lunch tire kickers, coming around. You know, they're on their lunch hour because the place is easy to get to. I prefer the people that have really kind of had to drive out of the way to get to us. I know they're interested in a car. They're not. They don't have their lunch beside them in the car that they stop during the snack break. Anyway, the vehicle that I showed you there on the thumbnail has a banner on it. I'm going to put the link to that banner. Where I get these banners. They're so affordable. They're full color banners, and I get them within one day. They got an online designer on that link, and so I'm going to put that link there for you to get your banners. I took this car yesterday, this 2001 Honda Odyssey. I paid like $600 for the car at the auction. And I put this banner on. It's a 30 square foot banner that I designed online at the link that I'm telling you about. And I designed it one day, the next day it's here. And that's pretty much their business model. They ship in the same day. I put this banner on at about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon and put the car out front on that road. And I sat in the RV, which is adjacent to the car lot here, and watched the traffic, and it just absolutely one after another pulling in, looking at this $1,000 cash today car. Now, obviously, there's not a lot of profit there. You know, there's about $400 worth of profit there, but it does get you out. It gets people into your lot. It gets them to talking to other people. I know where there's $1,000 car at. No, that's not $1,000 down. That's $1,000 cash today. And so you want to put that, if you are going to use this tactic, what we call leaders in the car business, you always want to put something in there that says cash today, not a down payment or anything like that. Put your numbers as large as you can possibly get them. Less in the sign business, less is more. Now, I say in the sign business because yes, I did have a sign business for a while, and for a long while, as a matter of fact. But I learned in the sign business, signs don't sell, signs promote, and you want to put your numbers out there large as you possibly can. The more information you put on them, you got to remember, in our particular case, these cars are driving by us normally at 50 to 60 miles an hour. They're not, it's a flash, and so you want to use buzzwords on your banners. That works tremendously. What it does for me, it motivates me because we're in, it's back to school now, and so it is very, very slow as far as traffic stopping by. Now we've still got plenty, we're busy because we're all the time doing something around the car lot, either working on the car, working on the lot, or working on personal things. That I mean, nobody's really bored around here, but let's face it, the motivation comes from cars being sold and people stopping by. Now we'll be motivated today because we have opportunities today. We have opportunities to sell cars at the auction. We have opportunities to buy cars at the auction. Even though we have more cars, we mingling around people at the auction today, and that's a very big part of the business, is the camaraderie. But back to the banners, if you're going to use this tactic, always try to go with the just remember, less is more when you're putting those out there on your cars. They work. We had lots of people stop by last night to look at a $1,000 car for cash today. So that's my point. Get people to stop by, get the buzzes going, get people talking about you, and that'll motivate you, because you are going to have those days where it's tough to get motivated, because it's the time of the year. This, regardless of what people say, it's like any business. It's going to have its ups and downs. It's somewhat seasonal. Back to school tends to put a stop on everything except back to school supplies. If you find this information useful, please like and share this channel, and have an absolute wonderful day.